Airborne, a short play by Gena Acosta. Time, winter, 1976. Place, the upper deck of the newly built New York Giants football stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. It is late afternoon on a gray, cold day. Lights up on the vast, empty upper deck of the new New York Giants football stadium. Enter Leonard Morris, a heavily bundled up man hauling his giggling, blindfolded wife, Sylvia, over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes, her fur-lined winter boots kicking playfully.
Leonard, put me down.
It's your
You're gonna
birthday.
rip my
I'll buy you new ones.
pantyhose.
I'll buy you new ones. It's your birthday.
Are we still in New Jersey?
East Rutherford, to be exact.
Oh, East Rutherford. Leonard, put me down. What's happening?
Your last birthday surprise.
He playfully bites her on the ass and sets her down.
Oh, Leonard, I don't need another surprise. Are we up high? I feel like we're up high.
Oh, we're up high, all right. You boys ready down there?
Down where? What boys? Leonard, take this blindfold off.
Leonard quickly positions himself behind Sylvia and puts his mouth close to her ear.
So, listen, do you remember where I took you for your 37th birthday?
What does that have to do with anything?
Do you?
Yes, you silly man. I was pregnant with Harold, and we went to that Howard Johnson's off the turnpike, and we had milkshakes, and then I threw up in my pocketbook.
Yeah, after that.
Oh, you took me to see my East Brunswick Bears play the Piscataway Chiefs. That was a great game.
Do you remember what we saw at halftime?
Oh, God, yes. We saw, what do you call him? Oh, he exploded out of a cannon.
The human cannonball.
The human cannonball. Oh, holy cats. That was spectacular. I've never seen a human being fly across like that. That man in purple satin just rocketing across the sky. That was a wonderful birthday. Oh, I'd love to see that again.
Surprise!
Leonard takes off Sylvia's blindfold.
Welcome to the New York Giants official halftime human cannonball tryout.
What?
You see that kid on the field down there in the flaming orange helmet? That kid is the odds-on favorite for the job, and he's about to get launched out of that cannon. 100 feet from the goalpost all the way down to the 50-yard line, just for you. Just like your 37th birthday.
Leonard Morris, how did you do this?
Well, the regular human cannonball came down with shingles. So when I read in the paper that today happened to be the day that they're holding tryouts for the replacement, I called Frankie in the field office and I said, I'm bringing Sylvia down to watch. It's her birthday.
Oh, Leonard.
Listen up! Now on deck, human cannonball tryout number 1, standing by.
Leonard, oh, this has been the best birthday ever. Oh, the cake you and Harold made me, and my new coat, and then Harold's news of getting Employee of the Month. Oh, imagine hearing your son, Harold Morris, is the Piscataway Institute for the Blind Employee of the Month on my birthday. Well, as a mother, I just didn't think it could get any better. And now this.
Oh, baby, why are you crying?
Well, I've just been worrying so much about Harold and hoping things would get better for him.
Still.
Well, I can't help it. I'm his mother, and so I worry.
But today?
Well, today, things, they got better. You know, Harold Morris is safe and sound and named Employee of the Month, and you gave me the best birthday ever.
Come here, come here, come here.
They kiss.
Hmm.
Human cannonball tryout #1 now being loaded into the barrel.
Oh, I don't even want to think about how they get him out of that barrel.
Vaseline, baby. Lots of Vaseline.
Oh, stop it.
Now raising the barrel.
Here we go.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Now ready for launch. Human cannonball #1.
Oh, I can't wait to tell Harold about this.
Harold Morris.
Harold Morris? My Harold Morris?
Happy birthday, Sil.
What in God's name is going on?
Harold's going to be their new human cannonball.
What? That's my son in that cannon? No, that cannot be my son in that cannon.
He's about to be shot out of it.
Oh, shut up. Harold!
Sil.
Light the fuse.
No! Stop everything!
Sil.
Don't touch me, Leonard. Harold, this is your mother. Now get out of that cannon right now. Do you hear me? I mean it.
Sil, calm down.
Are you out of your mind? Now let go of me. I'm going to go down there and get my son.
Hey, boys, just give us a minute, huh? Just hold it right there. Harold, you look great. Just explaining a couple of things to your mother.
Harold, I said get out of that cannon now. Leonard Morris, make them stop.
They stopped, Sil. They stopped. Just a minute, boys.
But I don't know what kind of stunt you're pulling, but
It's not a stunt.
then what the hell do you call it?
I wanted to give you a great birthday surprise.
By blowing my child out of a cannon?
He's not a child. He's 23 years old.
Well, he's about to be 23 pieces.
He'll be just fine.
How do you know? What, has he done this before?
No, just practicing on a trampoline and landing in some sawdust.
Oh, you are out of your mind, Leonard.
He wants to do this. And I wanted you to see him doing something that finally makes him happy. He's got a real shot at this, a real goddamn job.
Harold already has a job. He was named Employee of the Month.
At the Piscataway Institute for the Blind, working for your cousin.
He is Vera's personal lab assistant. She's a scientist.
Your cousin Vera is a 300-pound, bipolar, alcoholic nutcase who thinks she's a scientist because she occasionally puts down her bottle of Johnny Walker, puts on a lab coat, and spends time in a dark room mumbling to albino moles and myopic mice. And Harold doesn't want to work there anymore.
He does too want to work there because they're studying bats, you idiot, not mice, and they're going to figure out how bat sonar can someday help blind person drive a car and fly an airplane and even perform surgery in a major hospital, and that's very exciting.
No, it isn't. It's fucking terrifying.
I will not let you blow him out of a cannon.
Still, our kid
Leonard?
led in practically every sport. He's still a natural athlete. He'll be fine.
Leonard, Harold is blind.
So what? Aren't you always the one talking about creating a new sense of independence for those in the blind community?
Honey, I mean learning Braille or working with service dogs.
Well, baby, that barrel isn't big enough for him and a dog.
Okay, you cannot make jokes right now. You cannot. You always do that, and I hate it.
Okay.
Leonard, you can think whatever you want about Vera. I don't care. And I've heard it all, and she's going to help him see, okay? She can get him on the optic revitalization list. You know about that list. You know it's huge. It's a huge list, and there's a waiting line. It's Stevie Wonder, Jose Feliciano are on the list, and Vera can move Harold to the top. Don't even see. Do you see how important this is? I mean, this is where he's found work and purpose and belonging and a place that can help him and a place where he wants to be. He wants to work there.
He quit this morning. 1 second, boys.
He what?
He quit, Sil. Walked right out of there.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
It was your decision.
No, it was his decision.
No, I know when you want something. You talked him out of the best opportunity of getting his sight back so you can have him on the football field again, to be your boy, to be your all-star quarterback son.
That is not true.
It isn't? Harold, get away from that cannon and put your jacket on.
Stay right there, Harold.
Damn you, Leonard. We are his parents, and it is our job. Do you hear me? It is our absolute job to do the right thing for him, to do what we're supposed to be doing to help him.
I know that.
No, you don't. You just want to blow him halfway to Paramus. Oh, our boy needs to see again.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to see.
What the Sam hell are you talking about?
That's what he told me.
Why would he say that? Why wouldn't he want to see?
Because he's terrified.
Terrified of what?
Looking in the mirror.
Oh, that's ridiculous. He's still handsome as ever.
Still, try to understand, please.
No. I am not going to try and understand anymore. 2 years and 9 months ago, I listened to you tell our son, our only child, to go fight in that war, in that wet, jungle rot hellhole of a stupid place, and I can barely pronounce it, where there are bugs as big as hams and everybody is named Charlie. And then I get the news that one of them left a landmine on the ground and it practically blew his eyes out and my boy's head. And it blew part of his face away. And that his life will never be the same again. And now you want him to turn his back on the possibility of sight and turn into what, like a goddamn artillery? And you want me to keep understanding? No!
Ready for launch.
Oh, you like that fuse and I'll snap you in two.
You listen to me. You're not the only one trying to understand this whole goddamn fucking mess. I'm the one that told him to go. I live with that every day. Me. And now I'm trying like hell to do something that can bring him home, bring him a life. Somehow. He wants to do this, Sil. It's the first thing he's wanted to do since he's been back.
Leonard, I almost lost him once. I can't do it again.
Sil.
Please.
Sil, how many times has he jumped off the roof? How many times has he leapt off the bed? How many times have you heard him say, watch this, and give us both heart attacks, huh? That kid has spent half his life falling through the air, and he's always landed on his feet and been happy doing it. You think for 1 minute I would put this kid back in harm's way? Huh? Look. I've known those guys down there since my coaching days, and they are the best of the best. They know their math and their trajectory and velocity. And look, you see the guy who lights the fuse?
That little guy?
Yeah. They went all the way to Weehawken to get that fuse guy because you know what? Safety is a human cannonballer's middle name.
Oh.
Let the boy be up there. Let him rocket through his own darkness over and over again. Let him do that, Sil.
Wind's coming up. We gotta do this. Now or never.
All the way from Weehawken, Sil.
Nets are secure. Barrel is up.
Oh, this is some birthday present.
You always said you wanted our son to be happy.
Lighting the fuse.
Leonard, no.
It's going to be all right.
Harold, be careful.
3, 2, 1.
I love you.
Fire in the hole. Boom. A tremendous explosion thunders out into the frozen afternoon, and Sylvia and Leonard Morris watch their blind, beautiful son get blown out of the cannon and soar across the New Jersey sky.
Oh,
Lights fade out. End of play.
Thank you, everybody. So I want to thank Catherine Carlen and Stewart Zully, and of course Greg Mortensen, and Gena Acosta for writing such a brilliant play. We love it. I directed. I'm Todd. Thank you, guys. We're going to do a Q&A now, if I could figure this out. I do want to bring up a couple things, which are just about this whole platform. So we do want to do this on a weekly, maybe even bi-weekly basis. Different casts, different plays, different actors, and hopefully we'll keep the Friday slot at 5 o'clock, but maybe also do it on a Tuesday. So this is all new. This is what we're trying to work out. So, and the second thing is that if you go to our webpage, which is smartphonetheater.com, this is free, and it's always will be free. It's all about bringing the community together. But as I'm learning that other people artists and musicians are doing various things, they're also creating tip jars. So we have put a tip jar on the page, and that tip jar is specific to each show. So if you guys feel like you want to tip this particular show, it will be split evenly with all of the creatives, all of the participants in this show. And then when there's a new reading next week, it'll again go to that one. So that's just something that we're doing. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to do this.
Todd, you can't unmute people?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
I think you can.
Let me see. Attendees. Okay, Sondra.
Hey there, Sondra.
Sondra, can we hear you?
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, go.
Hi.
But hey, that's not me. I mean, that's old me.
That's what's here. That's what we've got.
I thought it was wonderful. The dialogue was terrific, and you guys were terrific. Both Catherine and Stewart were just wonderful. I mean, I think this is such a fabulous endeavor, and I just want to see more.
We're on it. Thank you.
Yay.
I couldn't hear
These guys
me,
are great.
though. I kept trying to tell you. I was like sitting there. I could hear you, by the way. I could hear you. Wait, let me see if I can. There's got to be a reason why I can't do this.
We're working on the tech, but I believe during it, like I have to activate everybody here, but I'm working on it. I'm getting better.
But earlier today, it was, I mean, like you didn't have this picture, you had a real person. And I don't know why only that picture's coming.
Maybe your video's, cut off with that little red line.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
I don't know, but you know what, whatever, it was really terrific and exciting. And I'm thrilled that you're doing this, and I want to be part of it. So,
all right.
yay, keep me posted.
You will. Done. Promise.
Thanks. Mwah.
Thanks, Sondra. All right. We've got Lisa. I think Lisa.
Lisa, I don't see Lisa. Wait a
Let me
minute.
see.
Get me off of here.
Wait, or maybe I have.
Maggie.
Here we go.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I have Maggie.
Hi.
Hi, Meg.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I'm in New York.
Great.
I just loved it. I love the connection between you guys. I really believed every moment of it. I kind of like could really see the kid in the cannon. and you know, Catherine, you just are such a great actress. And Stewart, I don't know you, but you're wonderful. And I just love it. I mean, I felt like I was there, you know, even though I'm in New York. And anyway, thank you so much. I would love to hear more about this. Thank you.
Sure.
Great.
Stay in
Thanks,
touch.
Mag. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm hitting buttons here. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go to Jack. Jack Heller.
Do you unmute him?
I think I did. I unmute.
So, okay. Can you hear me
There
now?
you are.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Oh, I like the picture. Nothing but a shadow. What I wanted to say is I love the actors. I think they were both wonderful. I had a problem in the beginning of the lighting of the cannon. The fuse was already lit early on. Unless I didn't hear correctly, but the fuse was lit, and then Catherine, you know, is so concerned about stopping it, and then they get into a whole discussion. I know it's not a realistic play in that sense, but I think the logic still has to be there. If they lit the fuse that early, the sun would have been off long ago, you know. That's just my feeling about it. It was a little confusing in the beginning. He was so concerned, and then they get off into a discussion, and that concern suddenly drops.
Hey, Jack.
And I'm wondering.
Come and play, right?
The dialogue, by the way, was wonderful. It always is with you. So, you know.
Hey,
it's just a yes.
Thank you for that. And I just wanted to clarify that they're about to light the fuse, and Sylvia screams, "No, stop everything."
Oh, and they do stop. I see. I didn't realize.
To make it clearer. So, but I appreciate that. But yeah, just stop them before the fuse is lit.
I see. Thank you. Thank you.
And that was our brilliant and beautiful playwright, Gena Acosta, who stuck her head
Yay.
Yeah, she should always stick her head in.
Yes.
You should.
Okay, I'm finished. I'm just going to watch.
Thanks,
This is
Jack.
new to me. It's totally new.
All right.
For all
Thank
of
you. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
All right. Let's see. Who do we have? We have Lisa Robbins.
Yay, Lisa.
us. Hey.
Unmute. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Liz.
Hi.
Hi, guys. That was fantastic. I especially liked it when Gena poked her head in and I actually saw two people together at one time. But it was amazing how intimate and wonderful the work is, and to the acting was just fantastic. Gena, I just always love your writing. I loved particularly the way you guys set the scene at the beginning and we're playing the cold, and I really got a sense of the environment, and it was just such a thrill to see like these close-up shots and have my imagination do all the rest.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I loved it, and I love the unfolding of the plot of what had happened to the son, and you know, it was very moving, and then as a metaphor for him living the rest of his life, him getting shot out of a cannon. I thought it really worked as a short play. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Oh.
Lisa.
Todd, for
Thank
putting
you,
it
Lisa.
on. Yay.
So glad you're here.
Me too.
That's
Me
great.
too. Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa. All right. We're going to, I'm like a radio host. We're going to Mitch Levine.
Mitch.
Hey, bravo, everyone. Gosh, I enjoyed it so much. What I particularly liked was the sense of behavior that we got to experience throughout. And I thought that was really compelling. The whole lift at the beginning, as Lisa suggests, the sense of the climate, the actual physical canon in the distance. I mean, it was all just so very wonderfully described, and I don't mean described as in narration, although Greg, you were terrific, but described by behavior, and that made it such a beautiful and compelling journey for us to take, this little snippet of life. And I felt Catherine's compassion for her son and the need she had to protect him from harm was just, it was just so heartwarming and engaging. And I love the way it was presented on this Zoom platform. And Gena, congratulations on just a beautiful piece of writing. How long ago did you actually create it?
Thank you so much, Mitch. This is actually the very first thing I had read at the PD unit at the Greenway. It was my very first piece that I ventured in with, and it was originally directed by Carmen Melito, but it was the very first thing that people heard out of me.
Wow. That's
Wonderful.
cool.
Bravo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just totally thank Todd for jumping in on this whole thing, and then of course Stewart and Catherine. It's just this exciting new little venture. So
it's great, and I don't want you to be concerned, Gena, but there's a whale over your right shoulder.
All right. Well, thank you, Mitch.
Thanks, Mitch.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mitch.
Congratulations, all of you.
All right. Day. We're going to Day.
Day, yay.
Hey,
Day,
yeah.
yay.
Hi.
Day, yay.
Am
Hi.
I on? Am I on?
You're on.
Yes.
Gosh, this is so amazing. Wow, what an amazing venue. Thank you guys for doing this. It's so great. It's so connecting for all of us.
There will be more.
Yeah, I love the play. I love anything Gena writes. She's so brilliant. And I think what's so wonderful about her writing is that it's so visual and so detailed and all of that. And the actors did such an amazing job with it. I just, bravo to all of you guys. I had one question, which I think at one point, and then I got a little confused. I thought Stewart said something that their son was amazing in all sports, and
Yeah.
And so was he? So he was a blind sportsman. Is that? So I was just trying to get that.
No, he got blind in the war. He went to the
Oh,
war.
yeah,
Remember?
afterwards, right? Okay,
Yeah.
So he was a sportsman during high school and all of that. And
Yeah.
then on to
Yeah,
war.
yeah.
All right. Okay, I got it. All right. Yes.
And it takes place in '76, so it's like Viet Nam, that whole time.
Right.
So he was he's only 23, so, he went off and this is what happened.
Right. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. I guess I missed that so he's in his 20s. All right. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. It was wonderful. And as I said, I think this is so great that we're putting this or you guys are putting this together and the opportunity. Bravo, everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, Day.
Thanks, Day. Okay, Richard and Maxene.
Oh, yeah, Richard and Maxene, my friends.
Yeah, my name is Richard. I'm an old friend of Catherine's. I'm watching this from the Mississippi Delta, where I'm trying to take care of my 94-year-old mother.
Wow.
I love the play. I love the writing. I love the performances like everybody else. But I wanted to comment on the two major plot moments that I thought, the play was about. One, that the son was the cannonball and that he was blind. I thought those moments went through very nicely. And I think it was nice that there was a little bit of space there so that we could really digest that moment. I thought that was really well done. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, Richard.
Yeah, that's
Maxene.
a pleasure. Mississippi.
Yeah, and best to you and your mom
Yes.
in
Thank
Mississippi.
you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, allowed to talk is not available because Rebecca, you're using an older version of Zoom. I need to promote you. Rebecca, you're going to have to, I can't get you to talk because it's an older version, but you can chat your question in. Will that work? I hope you can hear me.
Maybe you could chat to her and tell her that.
Let's see. I think you can hear this from Rebecca. That is the story
Here's
of my
Rebecca.
life. That's
That
the
is
story of my
story
life.
of my life.
The older
The older version. Rebecca's fabulous. My friend.
Can you type in your question? And if anybody else has anything, just it seems like everybody's doing a good job in raising their hand, however that works. I'm thrilled that it works. There's a story about like, yes, she's got the old version.
This was so great, she said.
Nice.
Thanks, Rebecca. I'm going to jump to
Actors are wonderful, and what? Let's see what else she said.
the actors are wonderful, and I love the story.
She loved the story. Okay, great. Thank
Thanks,
you, Rebecca,
Rebecca.
for watching this.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to, Mitch, you're also using an older version. A lot of talk is that because you're using an older version. So Mitch Paradise, you have to type in as well. Mitch, while you're typing, I'm going to go to Cincinnati Jim.
Cincinnati Jim. Where's Cincinnati Jim?
He's my cousin.
Oh, he's your cousin.
Jim, you're on. You can talk whenever you like. Jim, can you hear us?
Come on, Cincinnati Jim. Talk to us.
Let's see.
Maybe he
needs to unmute. I love the idea of the sun. What's Rebecca saying? Let me look.
I love the idea of the son not wanting to look at himself. In this climate, it resonates. It's hard for us to go inward, and yet there is so much to see.
That's great, Rebecca. So true.
Gena, do you want to comment on that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was.
She wrote.
Can you repeat that?
I love the idea of the sun.
I love the idea. Yeah, there it goes.
I love the idea of
Go
the
ahead.
sun not wanting to look at himself. In this climate, it resonates. It's hard for us to go inward, and yet there is so much to see.
Wow, that's deep.
You go.
Yeah, she's deep.
Well, thank you for commenting on that. That's really. You're right. You're right. It is, but I can only imagine if someone if they've not seen what's happened to them, not wanting to face that, if he's coming to some peace within himself. So thank you for commenting on that, Rebecca.
So
Okay,
Todd,
yes, who said that?
this is Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Cincinnati Jim.
Hey,
Hi.
cousin.
Hey, cuz, how are you doing?
Good. So good to hear your voice.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, I worked out.
Yeah.
I had my AirPods in, and that wasn't picking up on the mic. I wanted to tell everybody you did a great job. Bravo to Stewart and Catherine and
Thank
Greg, of course. Gena, I love the play. I love the metaphor of the person in the cannon. It's how all actors are, right? When you burst, you literally burst upon the stage. I love it. Thanks for inviting me.
So much, Jim. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Jim.
Jim. Thank you.
We have, bear with me 1 second here. So Mitch Paradise sent in a chat, so I'm just going to read that. It says, great build from first the son, then it turns out he's blind, but the lines describing Viet Nam slow it down. The husband should just say, honey, an IED doesn't leave anybody as handsome as before, and bring it up thinking it Afghanistan or Iraq. I just want to say this is Vietnam. So this is 70s, early Vietnam. Because thinking, is this otherwise wonderful, well-read, etc.? Question, can they hear you on the field? Would walkie-talkies add a comic note? I don't know. Playwright.
No.
Maybe. Usually,
Maybe.
like big empty stadiums, the acoustics can be pretty good. So if you're yelling on a cold, crisp day, they might be able to hear you. So I don't know the entire scientific logistics of that. I need some bat sonar to figure that out. But good. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mitch. And then Deanie, I think it's Deanie, says, Gena, how do you,
Yeah.
Deanie says, Gena, how do you come up with your ideas? So great.
Deanie, thank you so much for watching and listening. I hang out with you guys a lot. And I'm wearing my, Deanie bought me for Christmas a couple years ago, this crazy blue glitter eyeshadow that I'm wearing.
Looks good.
Nope, just I don't know. I don't know, but I'm so blessed to have such great friends and family and with lots of nutty ideas around me. So I'm so happy you read it, you saw it, and you listened.
All right, that does it. Let's see. Jack Keller says, wait a minute. How you go? Jack Keller says, at first I thought it might have been a sports injury. I love the son being set free as well as the parents. So that comes from Jack. Deanie also says,
And here's one. The director is fabulous.
This one is the director is fabulous. I like that one.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Deanie says, looking good. And then, Julian Grayson says, the arc of the play was incredible. This is coming from Marin, by the way. The arc of the play was incredible. A mother's love was palatable. You guys, hi, you guys.
Hi.
Deanie says, you are so creative. The director is wonderful. You're funny. Then I learned
Director's wonderful.
you're so funny. Then I learned it was the war. It kept me interested, thought-provoking. And Todd, this is a very exciting presentation format. It has great potential. I could see radio theater productions being done here. Likewise. I think this is, in a way, it's the new radio. So we'll see. I totally agree. Interestingly enough, when I directed this and when we staged it, we actually addressed it as a radio play because this technology is voice activated. So it was very necessary to work it as if it were a radio play as opposed to waiting for visual cues because there's a visual delay. So yes, thank you. Mitch says, was this the Norm Snead Giants or Craig Morton, Joe Pisarak, Phil Sims? Just joking.
Just joking, Mitch.
I don't know if Norm Snead or Craig Morton were on the Giants. Joe Pisarcik was, and Phil
Yeah,
Sims.
you should know.
Yeah, no,
You wouldn't
Yeah.
know.
That's why he's in this.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's, they were after Tarkington.
Oh.
Very cool. Cool. Well, it's 5:45, and I think we're good to go. So does anybody have anything else that they want to say? Yes, we'll definitely, in person, we will definitely do it again. There'll be one next Friday, and whose play it is and who's directing and who the cast is, we just don't know yet, but
Tell them the website again. What's the website?
the website is smartphonetheater.com. And it's theater with an ER or an RE. So we could do either one.
Goes either way.
Goes either way. And there's all sorts of information about there's actors' bios and links to their websites and all sorts of things on there, as well as a tip jar. So yes. Okay. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be
Thank you
safe,
for
be
watching.
healthy.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, Todd. Thank you, Gena. Thank you,
Thanks.
Stewart.
Thanks, everybody.
Stewart.
We hope.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. I don't want to go.
Bye, Stewart.